For 2 decades, Al-Hikmah University has stood as a beacon of knowledge, innovation, and excellence. Join us as we journey through the institution's inspiring history, its remarkable growth, and its promising future.
Al-Hikmah University, the 20th anniversary. Al-Hikmah University, the 20th anniversary.
Al-Hikmah University began as a vision of one man, a dream rooted in a commitment to provide quality education while embracing Islamic values. It was the culmination of years of hard work, determination, and a relentless pursuit of academic excellence.
Ilẹ̀ yẹn ilẹ̀ factory ni factory plastic ni mo fẹ́ ṣe síbẹ̀. Bàtí a rí pé àsìkò àti ṣe factory yẹn tó máa lọ múra mo lọ ṣàdúrà máa mú inú àwọn ẹ̀bùn tó lọ ń bùn mi lọ́mọ mo mú dání àkí àṣùbà àtàn láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ kan olóró wà ní ẹrú Ọlọ́run tó jọmọ mi wá sọ fún mi pé kí n má dá factory plastic ilẹ̀ pé ilé ẹ̀kọ́ tí wọ́n ti máa kéwú tí wọ́n máa kàwé ní kí n dálẹ̀. Kò wọ̀ mí létí torí pé oníṣòwò ni mí pé owó èlò leléyìí ìtọ́wí mi ò sọ fún o mo sá ń ronú náà ni mo ní mo gbọ́ pẹ̀ tó dijọ́ kejì mo á fún létí pé pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run ntọ́ ọ̀fẹ́ ti wà lọ́kàn mi náà là á ṣe.
Just Mustafa Kabi called me and I want to put this on record. He said, Oladimeji, in our environment, it's not the richest. Oladimeji is not educated, whether in the Western sense or the Eastern sense. Why did God choose him to pioneer Islamic faith-based university? God has a reason for identifying Oladimeji and choosing him. That he, Justice Akabi, wants to serve God through him. That was why he agreed to be chairman BOT. When he told me that, I just agreed immediately that if this man can be saying this, who am I?
Bàtà wá dé láti umura yẹn, àwọn ẹ̀bùn yẹn ti wá kó gbogbo irinṣẹ́ dé àti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀. Mo ajẹ́ àárọ̀ tó ń bá pè é pé tán. Mi ò ní ṣe industry plastic mọ́, mo dá gbogbo wọn padà. Àwọn irinṣẹ́ part tó ti dé, a dá padà sí France. Mo yẹn wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ àti lè bí wá báwo la fẹ́ ṣe education. Ta ni mo fẹ́ kó jọ nínú family tí mo ní nípa education àpò púpọ̀. Ẹlòmíràn máa ń béèrè pé kí ni mo ní mo fẹ́ dálẹ̀ mo ní mo fẹ́ dá ilé ẹ̀kọ́ lẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lórí secondary lórí primary tàbá kó o mẹ́gbó bẹ̀ bọ́lọ̀ ń bá láde university ṣùgbọ́n university ló wù mí àná báwo ni university lè possible nígbà tẹ́mi ò ní tíṣà mo ní Ọlọ́run wà.
I was the lawyer. I did the agreement of transfer of all his landed assets and some other assets, including cars, to the university to start. So he contributed more than 80% of his God-given assets to that.
Nígbà tí kíní wa bẹ̀rẹ̀, Ọlọ́run wa mú àwọn èèyàn wá lóríṣiríṣiríṣiríṣi. A bẹ̀rẹ̀ wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́, kì í ṣàlè kí mọ́ la kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Ibrahim Oladimeji Islamic Foundation apply to establish a university. We will recollect that before applying to become a university, in that same premises, there is Ibrahim Oladimeji College of Islamic Sciences. So that college was existing. So they used the facility, the physical facility there to apply for license to run university.
The idea actually is to realize the dream, the ultimate dream of the founder of Al-Hikmah University. Chief Ibrahim Oladimeji has a vision of assisting the less privileged students. He has a program that is always taking care of bursary and scholarship of students, not only here in Kwara State, but many universities in Nigeria. So his ultimate dream can then be realized if this college, this Ibrahim College of Higher Islamic Sciences, can be upgraded to a university. Fortunately, it was at that period that General Olusegun Obasanjo, as the president of Nigeria, thrown open the door for liberalization and privatization of education in Nigeria. In other words, that was the time they allowed private initiatives to establish university.
After a lot of hassles going up and down, Al-Hikmah University was given license in January 7, 2005.
With the foundation laid by our founder, Alhaji Chief Dr. Abdurrahim Oladimeji, OFR, Al-Hikmah University garnered recognition for its ability to merge traditional wisdom with modern academic practices.
With the license, we settled down to make adequate preparations for commencement of academic activities. The Board of Trustees met severally in March 2005, in June 2005, and in August 2005. Several committees were set up. The steering committee also got transformed to the implementation committee. This committee, headed by Professor Musbah Akajin, set machinery in motion for staff recruitment into academic and non-teaching positions.
It's not easy to set up an institution and then within such a very short period, it has attained so much development, so much, achievements within the short time.
The journey was not without its challenges. From securing funding to building infrastructure, the early years tested the resilience and determination of its pioneers.
Parents having confidence in an Islamic organization establishing a university, especially when you know that the proprietor, the founder of the university, had no education. So we had that apprehension.
ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ kan láti tà, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ kan ni mo ti gbé tà. Mo nílé ní pipeline yẹn ó ní iye tí mo ní bẹ́ẹ̀, mo ta gbogbo ẹ̀ ní orí ọ̀rọ̀ Al-Hikmah.
You must start a university in 3 years, otherwise this license will be suspended, even if not cancelled. Then you have to go through processes again before you are licensed. So we were desperate. The BOT then, headed by the late Honorable Justice Mustafa Kambi, insisted that we have to start 2005-2006 session. So we advertised. We could not get adequate number of students.
As the head of department, the time we were taking off this university, I had only 2 students in Islamic studies because we had just 70 students that started the entire university when we were taking off.
We had it very rough in the beginning, very, very rough. And that was because we were just starting at that time. We didn't know, much about our existence. And then we were particular in making sure that we have an Islamic university. So a lot of things were done, not too good at that time. But fortunately, we are able to redress those issues. We are able to correct them. And that is the Al-Hikmah you are seeing today.
Because it is the first Islamic faith-based university, we must give this background to let people appreciate the problem we had. Another problem we had at the beginning, we inherited assets and liabilities of Abdurrahim Oladimeji College of Islamic Sciences. The lecturers there are Arabic and Islamic studies. Most of them trained outside Nigeria, they can speak only Arabic. They cannot speak English to teach. Our plan as management was to start on a clean sheet. They said we should not sack anybody. I hired late Dr. Malosho to come and do lesson for our experts. They have PhD, but they cannot speak English. They sparked. They refused. Me with PhD. Some of them refused. How do we solve this? We told them, if you refuse, then you have to go. Because this is a conventional university. In order to allay their fear that they are not inferior, I now instituted a program where those of us, including myself, the Vice Chancellor, who cannot speak Arabic, to be learning Arabic. So we organized lesson, and Dr. Bilal, he was appointed to be teaching us Arabic. And I made sure that on the day of Arabic lesson, I'll be the first in class. When they saw me, a professor, a vice chancellor, going to lesson, they know it's about improving languages. Their resistance was brought down.
I've been privileged to visit Professor Akonji, the pioneer vice chancellor. I was here twice. The 2 times I came, there was struggle with the internet. That was the only complaint I had about the university then. And I was later to meet that as a problem later on, because even by the time I was coming in 2010, we were still struggling as a university then to have a viable internet system.
Through consistent investments in infrastructure, partnerships with international bodies, and an unwavering commitment to academic excellence, Al-Hikmah University transformed into a respected institution within and beyond Nigeria.
If you look at our peers, the same institutions that were granted the license about the same time that we did, we see that we are leading most of these institutions, both in terms of enrollment, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of what we have on ground, the capacity of our lecturers, and what the students were turning out.
If we now bring into effect the fact that equipment was provided for all the courses that required equipment, we ended up giving a micro-size but high-quality education to students. And students were actually the ones that sold us to the public, because every competition that they entered, they either won the best prize or run out of prize. And that gave the university a name that the public could buy into. And we thank God that in the end, we became a household name throughout Nigeria.
Right from the gates of the university, which at that time was nothing to write home about, with large trees and bush, surrounding the place, we embarked on flowering projects. Which today, anyone coming to Adita campus of Al-Hikmah University, which is the seat of the university administration, it has assumed a different look of a very beautiful campus. Ditto the inside of the campus, Adita. And I can also say that of the other campuses, Atere campus, which is now the mecca of Ilorin and Kwara State, in terms of very great infrastructures, the moot courts, the Faculty of Management Sciences, the road networks that are there. And the same also applies to Ibeja campus.
Leadership plays a pivotal role in shaping any institution, and Al-Hikmah University has been fortunate to have had exceptional individuals at its helm. From the visionary leadership of the pioneer Vice-Chancellor, Professor Musbau Akonji, to Professor Deremi Abubakri, to Professor Sulaiman Age Abdulkarim, to Professor Taufik Ibrahim, and to the present Professor Noor Yusuf, each has contributed immensely to the growth and success of the university.
Looking back, I think as far as human being is concerned, I was just. If you come to tell me, sir, Dr. A, hey, see what he did. Oh, is that so? I'll call Dr. A. Bolaji, you said Dr. A did this. Can you repeat it? No, I was just saying. Some people will repeat it. I said, oh, I'm very sorry. Then the Dr. A will apologize or justify. But because when it got out that that VC, you cannot say anything to him. When it became confirmed, if you don't have anything to tell me that will help the university, they don't come. So I made mistakes. But as far as human beings concerned, I think I was just.
One thing I was never able to get over was people problem. There were people who forgot that we had a conventional university license, but wanted to run a religious university. That was a problem because the license indicates or made us a conventional university that should open the door to all. But for those who had Islamic idea initially, somebody like me who was towing the row or the line of conventional university was at odds. That became a problem, but we thank God that in the end, they realized that it is the licensing given to us upon which we must operate.
Again, when we came on board, we found out that there are many professors who have been promoted over the years, but none of them have presented inaugural lecture, which is the tradition of every university, as a pride for professors. Without any hesitation, we put machinery in place to have the first inaugural lecture. It was presented by Professor L.F. Oladimeji. After that, we had another one presented by Professor A.O. Raji, and another one by Professor A.T. Sheu, another one Professor Asauto Logele, and lastly, we had the one by Professor Kazim Badamasi. So as at now, 5 inaugural lectures have been presented, and others are queuing to present their own. The Al-Hikmah University has joined other universities in the world which has inaugural lecture as a tradition.
The welfare of its staff has always been a cornerstone of Al-Hikmah University's ethos. From providing professional development opportunities to fostering a supportive work environment, the institution recognizes that its people are its greatest assets.
Since my coming to office as the registrar, we've been able to initiate the staff audit to probably align each staff to know the gap each staff probably have, and we can try as much as possible in terms of training of such staff to increase their capacity and increase their productivity. Also, we've been able to implement the ISO certification of both our academic and teaching staff, which is still ongoing now. We've been able to give them KPIs so that their optimal performance can be achieved and also meet the university set goals and objectives.
If you remember, there was a time I had a one-on-one with the staff at the auditorium there. And one of the things we took away from there was staff welfare. And even before the government could say something about salary of the staff, we, on our part, we increase the salaries of our staff just to make sure that we make life better for them.
It is also very important to also increase the staff welfare. And since about almost a year plus now, there was an approval from the governing council that all salaries across board should be increased by 50% to cushion the burden of what everybody is actually facing in Nigeria today.
In the first month of my assumption of office, I summoned a meeting of all academic staff that are pursuing their PhD programs all over the country and international. And we sought to know their challenges, what can be done in terms of intervention to alleviate these challenges and to ensure a speedy completion of their program. Alhamdulillah, today, after 4 years, we can speak of more than 50 academic staff that had completed their PhD programs from different universities, including Al-Hikmah University.
We are very sensitive to whatever is happening to us because the human development is the backbone of any institution. If you don't take care of yourself, then you will lose your core values.
Beyond academics, Al-Hikmah University is deeply committed to making a difference in the society. Through community engagement programs and social initiatives, the university has touched countless lives.
I can say with a sense of confidence that the Adewale axis within the university, we can see the part of the university everywhere. There has been an increase in business activities. The area has also been transformed in terms of physical and virtual development. The road network that we have in the university area is also evidence that the university has impacted positively on society.
The university has lived up to its name and billing. It's a center of excellence. It's a bastion of intellectualism.
and development. It has trained first-class graduates who are contributing in various spheres of our national life. It has produced students who are doing very well at universities outside of Nigeria for postgraduate studies. It has met all the basic criteria of what a modern 21st university should be. So nationally, it's contributing a lot to the human capital of our country and even the human capital of the world. Because not all the products are working in Nigeria. There are some that now work outside of the shores of the country. So it has become a leading light among other universities in terms of the contribution to the pool of competent, fit-for-purpose graduates.
From humble beginnings of 70 students to more than 12,000 students, the institution now stands as a pillar of knowledge. Al-Hikmah University has journeyed through challenges, growth, and success stories. The past 20 years have been a testament to the power of vision, leadership, and community.
Being a faith-based university is our very strong selling point. And again, the location, the proximity to the airport is a very great selling point for us, and the security of the environment, because when we talk of law environment, we are very limited in terms of insecurity. So it's another selling point for us. Another thing I look at it, when I try to compare my fees with other institutions, especially in the South, we are the lowest. So it's another selling point for us.
Basically, the functions of any university at all is teaching, research, and community development and community service. Over the years, this library has been supporting these functions by providing the university with high-quality resources and services.
Presently, postgraduate programs has come on board and it has been accredited. So this shows that we have achieved greatness in terms of academic excellence. Another thing that the faculty has really succeeded in doing is the structure which the school has put in place for us. We have moot courts, which is beautifully built, and they have started the construction of the offices as required by the Council of Liberal Education and our library. Then the auditorium will follow suit.
Al-Hikmah operates programs like Islamic studies, Arabic, and other related courses in that field. And our students were able to learn all that has to do with Islamic injunction. Through that, they were able to know what it means to be respectful, to be disciplined, and all others.
We are farms. We're farms where we produce grains, produce vegetables, and we delivered those infrastructure in agreement with the university. So we used our own expertise to deliver, and of course the universities to provide funds, which they do according to their capacity, and we utilize according to our own capacity as well.
The impact of Al-Hikmah University extends far beyond its campuses. Its alumni are leaders, innovators, and change makers, contributing to the national and global developments.
There cannot be a better time that I've been happier as a student and as a staff of Al-Hikmah University than now. 20 years of existence, of academic excellence, of uninterrupted academic calendar has been a wonderful journey. I am so proud of my alma mater, and I only pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will continue to strengthen and elevate Al-Hikmah University to attain the peak and the standard of its founding father.
I joined as a student in the year 2010 in the Department of Microbiology, and I graduated in 2014. I joined Al-Hikmah in 2020 in the Department of Public Health, Faculty of Health Sciences as a lecturer. And so far, it's been challenging, but alhamdulillah, I'm happy to be a member of this as one time a student and now as a staff of the institution.
Plans for the future include expanding academic programs, integrating cutting-edge technology, and fostering global collaborations to prepare the students for the challenges of tomorrow.
We don't want to just bring out students that are probably thinking of 8 to 9 jobs. We want them to be creative. We want our students to be able to be employers on their own, not getting the degree and looking for 1 8 to 9 job. without impacting positively in the lives of those around them.
Our mission is to make a contribution to the advancement of learning in Nigeria and to ensure that our graduates are not only well trained, but also globally competitive. And we have seen evidence because all over the world our students are there and they are doing well.
Today, the last 20 years of our journey has given us prominence and profile, not only within the country, but even outside the country.
As a university, the only way by which you can secure recognition nationally and internationally is based on the enormity of facilities you have in place and improvement in existing facilities by way of upgrade so that the university can become globally recognized.
I thank God that through accreditation, we are doing very well. My prayer is that we sustain that quality so that it is just not the number of programs we offer. It is the quality of the program that we can be able to boast of.
For Al-Hikmah University, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin, it has justified that it's a university that is here to stay and is here to move to greater heights.
As Al-Hikmah University celebrates its 20th anniversary, it does so with pride in its past, gratitude for its presence, and excitement for the future.
Mo dúpẹ́ ní ọ̀dọ̀ Ọlọ́run fún Al-Hikmah tí a ti wọ ogún ọdún báyìí. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn ẹrú Ọlọ́run.
Let me commend the founder for his inspiration to set up the university. Because without that inspiration, there will be no Al-Hikmah University and there will be no celebration of 20 years.
I want us to celebrate, to thank God for what He has done for us in the last 20 years of existence. We have taken the first step. We are going on to higher level, like they would say, they are going to the next level.
In the next 20 years, I see Al-Hikmah becoming a very strong ally with most of those universities outside the country.
I have no doubt that 20 years' time, we will have the full profile of all the courses every other university in the world is offering at Al-Hikmah University.
And I pray that in future years, you will have vice chancellors that will add value to the university.
Here is to 20 years of brilliance and a future that knows no bounds. Al-Hikmah University, the first Islamic faith-based university in Nigeria.
Celebrate us, celebrate.